I work in investment sales.
I work as a middle school librarian.
We met on a dating app. We actually just celebrated our 3-year anniversary.
Hunter is very loosey-goosey, goes with the flow.
Laura is definitely more organized. She's a very selfless person. From really that first date, you know, I knew she was the love of my life.
Emma's gonna freak out when we bring a baby home. I'm her whole world.
The reason we really kicked into gear with trying to find a house is we recently found out we're having a baby, which is awesome, but, you know, we can't have a baby in a 1-bedroom apartment. So, you know, we want to find a house to be able to give it, you know, space to grow up in, have a nursery.
We were freaking out because we did not plan for this child. It was a complete surprise. So it was a couple of days of letting it sink in, but we've had a few ultrasounds, got to hear the heartbeat, thinking about names and doing all the fun stuff.
You know, I want my tall ceilings. I want to walk in a house and kind of have a little bit of that grand entrance.
It'd be fun to drive up and it looks nice on the exterior. Maybe it has a fun color front door, light colors, light colored floors, open and airy. We have a lot of plants that I'm gonna be hanging up around the house. I wanna make sure they get plenty of light, so lots of windows.
I know you always want the newest, latest and greatest, modern inside of the house. Is that still something that's a big deal for you?
I would like some upgrades in the house, especially a big, spacious kitchen to do all my cooking.
It would be nice to have something where everything's already what we want. We're not the most handy people. I would kind of like to rule out houses with HOA. I don't like the idea of somebody telling me what to do in my home.
Well, you know, the HOA does keep some people in line. You know, without an HOA, some people let their lawns grow unruly, so I think it's something we should look for.
You know, my mom's gonna be retiring. I don't want her paying rent anymore, so it would be nice to have a separate space of the house for her.
I agree.
My mom is my only living parent, so I would want to bring her in, and with the baby coming, it'd be great to have that extra help and support already built in.
Maybe something where there's a basement that's finished and we could be on the upstairs level.
I want a yard. I want plenty of space for the dogs to run around and, you know, for the baby. I'd also like the backyard space to be able to garden. Imagine just having, like, every vegetable and herb we need in our backyard.
Or we could sell it to help pay our mortgage.
My budget is about $400,000. I think we can find something we're happy with for that. Hunter handles finances for a living, but he's a little bit bougier than I am. He likes to spend, and I don't want to get above a certain number because at the end of the day, we're responsible for those payments, and I don't want to be house poor.
I'm definitely the pickier one, and I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Wow, we're with the rich and famous now. You see the landscaping alone? We don't even own a lawnmower. The HOA is gonna fine us all the time.
Well, the house we're looking at today is at $489,000.
$489? Hunter, that's ridiculous.
Hello.
Hey, morning, Karen. This is awesome.
So this is huge.
Yeah, it's probably also the nicest neighborhood I've ever seen.
Yeah, very impressive.
No.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Traditional 4-sided brick home.
Most first-time home buyers are a little unrealistic, especially with the competitive market that we're experiencing. They can't get everything for the amount of money that they're willing to pay. I do think Laura may have to compromise the most just when it comes to price.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, grand entryway, 2-story ceilings. I love it.
This is huge.
So you have what could be an office here.
Painted, nice floors. Everything's done.
It looks very modern, which I'm a fan of.
Nice open living room.
And the fireplace, of course, always a nice touch.
Built-in shelving, too. We could store all of our books.
Perfect.
All of my books.
Yeah.
You don't read.
And it is open to the kitchen.
Yeah, I love that it has an island, too. I mean, it just looks like there's a good amount of counter space. It's just what I was looking for.
Oh, wow, this is nice.
So it doesn't have the deck you were hoping for, but I think with this large patio, you'll still have room for your grill. You can entertain out here.
Yeah, I think this would work. Yeah, it's completely level. Looks like it gets a lot of light, so I can plant out here, put some garden beds.
You'd have to repair that, though. Our dog is a runner, and she would go right through there and never be seen again.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Which is another cost.
It is, but it's cheaper than building a whole fence.
New carpet.
New carpet is still carpet, though. Oh, they have a fireplace up here?
Whoa.
That's gorgeous.
This is the primary bedroom. Very modern feel.
Very fancy. It is a little on the smaller side for a primary, though. I was hoping for something with a little more space.
You know,
But there's a fireplace.
queen bed, yeah. I think the fireplace makes up for it, for sure.
This is the largest of the bedrooms up here. I was thinking maybe it would work for your mom.
It's not fair. Bigger than the primary? I think the space would be good for your mom, but the thing is, like, do we really all want to be on the same level?
Yeah, I mean, there's really a ton of separation between all of that.
That's a good point.
We could always spoil the baby and give it this room as the nursery.
Oh, you gotta keep him humble. Oh. Big room.
I don't think your mom would be in love with one of the smaller rooms, though. Wouldn't be fair to her.
Is there any additional space, like a basement or anything?
No, so this home's on a slab.
That's tough. I mean, I love the upgrades and the space, but we really wanted to try to avoid staying on the same level if we could.
I really like it, but the price makes me very nervous.
You can see with all like the upgrades and fixtures and everything, like how much going to the max of the price point can get you. I might want to make it work. I feel like this is a great neighborhood for raising a child. It looks safe. It's definitely on the higher end and has an HOA, which I'm a fan of.
Time is ticking.
It is.
Gotta figure this out soon.
The house today is listed for $360,000, so that's.
Oh, how cute.
Look at that. This is super cute.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Karen, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Great.
Wow.
You'll love this door.
I love the outside. It's so pretty. It looks like something you would see in like a children's book or something.
Yeah, it is very cute.
It's 2 stories, which is good. It looks like there might be a basement, too.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there's an HOA, but...
It's an optional HOA, so you wouldn't have to join it.
Okay. It's good to know.
You walk into the living room.
Okay.
Very spacious.
Yes, big, wide open area. This house is a little bit smaller than I think you're wanting. It's a little over 1,800 square feet.
That's
3
pretty small.
bedrooms, 2.5 baths. But it has been renovated, pretty much move-in ready.
It looks like it.
Then you have the dining room. It's kind of open to the kitchen, too.
Looks like a little bit on the smaller side, but it's got a decent amount of counter space. It looks a little bit more updated. Granite countertops.
I like it, yeah. We have a forest in our backyard.
We do.
Yeah, you definitely feel like you're in a tree house.
It's peaceful out here, but it looks like it's really shaded, so I don't know if I'd ever get enough sunlight to have a garden out here. Yeah,
It would be nice though up here because you have space for your grill and you can put like hanging planters and stuff for gardening. It's just, we wouldn't really be able to use the space out there.
Yeah, it's hard to see like kids running around in the backyard like that. Looks
Fencing it in might be a little difficult.
Yeah, I don't know if this would work space-wise.
This is the smaller of the 3 bedrooms.
This is small, definitely.
Yeah, it's pretty tiny.
And make a good office, though.
That's true.
And then this room, I was thinking could be the baby's room.
This is pretty tiny.
It has the nice windows overlooking the canopy. We could have the crib set up over here. This is move-in ready. We just need to bring the stuff in.
The primary bedroom.
I love all the windows again.
I do too. This is great.
Brings so much light into the room.
2 closet doors.
There we go. We definitely have to get those knocked down. I'd like to have one big closet. This really isn't a lot of space for a primary bedroom though.
So the last space is the garage / unfinished basement.
Very unfinished so far.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
needs
know.
a lot of work. Wow.
I wouldn't rule it out right away, though. I mean, it does have the windows over there. If we wanted to turn that section into like a studio apartment for her.
I mean, with the baby coming, I don't think we'd have the time.
But we'd just be doing that section, so that might not take as long as we would think.
It's really important to have Laura's mom living with us. Her not living with us is frankly not an option. You know, a lot of people don't enjoy spending time with their in-laws, but I think it's the exact opposite with me. And, you know, especially with the baby on the way, I think she'd be an incredible help to have around the house, so we'd have to make space.
I really do like this. I mean, it's so pretty driving up to it. We have all these pretty bay windows that we can look outside.
The backyard's something to think about. I don't know if it's a backyard we can really use with so much of it being wooded, but the kitchen's pretty updated. There's not a whole lot of work to be done. I'm just really worried about that unfinished basement.
My mom's not retiring for a couple more years, so it's not like we have to get this done right now. We can stretch it out a little bit.
So Karen finds Hunter a home with a basement that's already finished. But they might have to act fast on this one.
These houses will probably only get more expensive around here, so if we really like it, we should probably pull the trigger. Hey Karen,
what's up,
how are
Karen?
you?
Good, how are you?
All right.
2 stories, which is good.
This house is big. I like that the green door matches the shutters. That's fun.
What do you think of the neighborhood?
There's an HOA, which is fine.
Having a yearly HOA isn't something that I love. I don't love the idea of somebody telling us, you know, being strict and giving us rules on what to do in our house.
Oh, I love this. 2-story ceilings, nice open space.
The fireplace is so pretty.
This way, the dining room,
Okay,
More windows.
that looks really good.
kitchen.
Oh, the floor is different.
That's pretty jarring.
Yeah.
Changes direction and changes color drastically.
Shame, because I actually like this hardwood, but that
I like this
transition
one
is
better than that one.
rough. Definitely a little dated. I'd probably want to just right off the bat change off these countertops, paint cabinets.
Check out the backsplash. I see eggplant,
This
carrots.
is so 90s. My goodness.
Retro. I mean, if you strategically put an air fryer and a coffee maker, you won't be able to tell
We
what's
could
behind
probably
there.
hide it. We could probably hide it.
It's a decent amount of countertop space, though. Then you also have eat-in kitchen here.
This is a cute area, and it opens right to the patio.
Looks like it could use a little love. Pretty spacious deck. I like that. This space will definitely work.
Especially if you want to have your garden and more space for the dogs to run.
Yeah, wish it was fenced in, but you know, we can build a little fence out here and the dogs will love it. This paint color, this is...
It's a little bright. It does have a full bathroom.
Oh, that's great. It does smell pretty musty down here, though.
These carpets don't help. Yeah, this would be a good enough bathroom for your mom down here.
And then the first bedroom.
Not much light in here. Look at this window.
This bedroom looks nicer.
Yeah, a little bit larger.
The window's a nice touch in here. I like that.
And she'd also have her own living space.
And then she has her own separate entrance, too, and exit
Yes.
right here. Super cool. A lot of basements are kind of spooky, but I like that this one is open and has the windows. I wouldn't
Already
feel...
finished.
Yeah, I wouldn't be sketched out being down here alone.
We repaint this, maybe change out the carpet. It'll look really good.
This is the primary.
I like the vaulted
that.
ceilings, nice and high.
This carpet's pretty disgusting, but
Ugh.
If you replace the carpet in all the bedrooms up here, you're looking at around $4,000 to $5,000.
okay.
That's a big chunk.
It's a lot, but this carpet has to go. It's terrible.
But this is already over budget.
Your budget, maybe. Mine's a little different. We'll have to see. I would prefer something more updated. While I do like the space, and especially the extra basement living space for your mom, there's a lot of cosmetic stuff to be done.
But I'm just a little nervous because it's kind of at the top of what we're willing to pay. And then all the things that we were noticing throughout that need to be upgraded is gonna add up.
I feel like it's tricky when you're pregnant because everybody loves to say, don't stress out, you have to be calm for the baby, but it is stressful knowing that we need to move.
Laura and Hunter need to decide on a home with enough room for them and her mom fast.
That traditional house in Lawrenceville.
I can't wrap my brain around spending $489,000. The Victorian had the character. I love driving up to it. It was beautiful on the outside. It just looked so whimsical.
The backyard, it was very wooded. A lot of it was inaccessible. I don't think any light would get through those trees for me to garden.
How about that 2-story one that was right near downtown?
You know, it had a pretty spacious deck overlooking the backyard, which wasn't super sunny, but it gives us a bigger space for me to garden.
It didn't have a fenced-in yard for the dogs, but it did have the finished basement.
I really don't like that, like, nothing was, like, upgraded. The kitchen needs a major overhaul. The carpets upstairs have to go to renovating. It's gonna take a lot of time.
Good. The place is looking great. Did you do it?
No, I'm not lifting anything.
We ended up choosing the 2-story home in Duluth that had the fully finished basement.
The house, while it may not have everything we asked for at first, you know, with the upgraded finishes and everything, it does have the space that we need, especially the separate living space for Laura's mom.
It did bother me a little bit that we had to pay an HOA, but so far they don't seem to be very strict on things, so hopefully we just fly under the radar.
The price of this house was $425,000, and we end up paying $430,000.
I'm very relieved that we have a home that's pretty move-in ready. We're not gonna have to right off the bat be tearing things out or living in a construction zone. All the aesthetic stuff that we wanna change down the line will just come with time.
Honey, where you gonna put your little garden at?
Being in the house now, I feel like a lot's been taken off her plate. You know, we do still have the baby to think about, but now when we know that we have a house and space that's perfect for the baby, it's definitely cleared our heads a bit.